And we're live.
Good morning. Good morning. Wake up, everybody. Hope that you're joining us. Come on in. Tell a friend to join us. I hope to see some familiar faces and some new faces. Good morning. It's time to wake up, everybody. Let's come on into the Zoom room. Come on onto Facebook. See some people popping on. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you've got a good place to set up for this session today. I want you to get real comfortable and just get ready to be with us. I'm looking forward to having folks be with us today. I see the sun is climbing, which is a welcome sight after the rain. I think that's what we're doing today. We're bringing our own sunshine. We're going to find those tools to make our own internal sunshine when our emotional state is cloudy or stormy. Let's go. Come on in. Welcome. Good morning. Oh, somebody's device said good morning. It's saying wake up. Wake up. I love it. Our devices wake us up. Did anybody have to hit snooze this morning? I did not hit snooze. My alarm went off and I was up because I knew I was coming to join you all this morning. No snooze, just time to come on in. If there's someone missing that you used to seeing, tell them to come on. Send them a text. Send them a message saying, come on. Good morning. I see a couple of familiar faces already.
Good morning, Lorrie.
Good morning, Adam. I see Marie, Zakia's back. Abimbola. And of course, our awesome admins are here. And I'm just watching the sun on Tiffany, and it's just giving me so much life this morning. You guys, if you don't know that the sun is a supercharger, make sure you just get a little bit of it, just a little bit of it today before it goes away again. Good morning. Where is everybody on Facebook? Are you coming in? If you're on Facebook, say hi. Just hit the chat. Folks on Facebook, I want you to interact with us too. Oh, we've got more people joining us on Zoom. I think it's going to be another awesome morning in the Wake Up community. And today we're in this session together, but I'm going to tell you right now, I am looking forward to your answers today. I want to hear what you have today. Good morning, Joyce. Yes, wake up, everybody. I'm just like loving the energy of this community. Folks on Facebook, wake up, wake up, wake up, join us. Tell a friend to join us, share it, tell someone to come on. Invite new people to join in on this. Don't keep it to yourself. This is too good to keep to yourself. If you haven't shared Wake Up Everybody with somebody in the last month, today is the day. Tell someone they need to be in this session in the morning. They'll still have time to go and do all the things, but take a little bit of time just for you. So good morning. Yes, I'm so appreciative of the messages. Good morning. And I think we're getting ready to start. I don't hear any sound. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and wake up, everybody. I see some more folks joining us on Zoom. I hope some more people are joining us on Facebook. And I'm just going to jump right in. Good morning. My name is Lorrie Ayers-Hutchinson. I am a wife, a mother. I am a facilitator of all sorts of sessions to support people in developing and growing in their personal leadership and hopefully doing so mindfully. So I wanted to come and join you all this morning, and it's a continuation of our session on Monday. So if you didn't join us on Monday, you can always go and check it out on Facebook. But we were talking about mindfulness. We were talking about having a mindful morning. And I am so happy that if you are in the Wake Up Everybody community, you are already doing some things to be mindful. You're engaging your brain, you are growing some dendrites, and that is what we're talking about today. So we're talking about mindfulness tools to combat stress and trauma, because everyone has stress. And in case you didn't know it, the whole planet has been experiencing trauma. But I know particularly for our community, there are different traumas that we experience. And sometimes it's as simple as turning on the news. So we want to see how we can undo that stress and undo the experience of that trauma. But most importantly, know that we have the tools for ourselves. And we're going to get our little toolkit going of our go-to tools. So I'm going to start with, sharing some slides. And then I'm going to ask some folks to participate this morning. So I hope you're awake and ready. So can our admin pull up their slides? Yes, here we go. Okay, so the first slide is just really 3 things to know about stress. So one is, what is it doing to your body and your brain? So I wanted to talk a little bit about the impact of stress on our physical body, and also think about what it's doing particularly to our brain, because our stress responses it's what we feel, it's our senses, it's all these sensations that we have in our body, and it engages our whole neurologic system. All of those neurons are firing to tell us something's not right, something's not working. And so we need to start paying attention to those cues. And we don't want them to become something that your body is used to. Because what happens is it gets a pathway that says this is normal. We want to disrupt those patterns. We want to disrupt that communication that is your normal state, because it's not. Your normal state is one of being at peace and at rest. Stress is something going out of balance. Now, it's not all bad, but we need to be aware of it so that when we do see that it becomes a regular occurrence, that it's something that we say, I need to do something about that. So I want folks to start being mindful of the impact of stress in their body, but also the potential for harm to your brain. And you're going to see in a couple of slides what I'm talking about. So when you're feeling stress in your body, just note, where do you feel it? What does it feel like? Is it your breathing that's changing? Is it maybe you don't feel, your stomach doesn't feel well? Is it a tension somewhere that it wasn't? So just note those things. Also, just sort of be aware that every person has different coping tools. And that's what today is about. I want you to walk away with some clear ideas about what your tools are, what your filters are, what your resilience is going to look like. How do you get from being in that stress response to how do you get to being back to okay? So you want to think about that. And then stress is really just about something that matches or doesn't match, right? What do you need? What do you need in your body? What do you need in your environment? What do you need in your mind? Because these are the things, these are the coping tools and the systems that you set up so that you feel less stress. And if you are with other people, whether your family, your colleagues, your community, if you are feeling stressed, you need to know it's contagious. So if you can manage yourself, imagine what better experience everyone will have. So let's go to the next slide. And can I ask someone from the community if they would read some of these costs of unmanaged stress over time? We could do a little wait time.
This is a 4. I cannot give you, I'm not prepared for the camera. However, constant cost of unmanaged stress, constant fatigue, vulnerability to toxins, disease, susceptibility, mild cognitive impairment, increased anxiety or aggression, reduced brain cell production, increased risk of depression, decreased short-term working memory, impaired social skills, and eating habits.
Thank you so much, Afua.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your voice this morning. So I just wanted to say, as we look at these costs, you know, a lot of times we are not aware of what it costs us to not manage stress. So my hope is that you are taking in what these things are costing you, or even just noticing where you might have been experiencing them. And then you have to go back and say, what is contributing to this? What am I allowing to take place in my body, in my life, in my thinking, that's allowing this to be my reality? I don't want people to live like this is normal. So we want to talk about how we disrupt these pathways, these patterns, because this is what will happen over time. And just be aware that a lot of the unmanaged stress we deal with in our community is due to racism. Let's be honest. How many of us are tired of negative racial interactions? Being worried about our children because we don't know if they're going to be okay out there in the world. How many of us are finding ourselves quicker to get the sniffles than we used to be? Because over time we haven't managed this. And I'm going to say this, working during COVID, I found myself having not managed my stress well enough at times that I wasn't able to remember things the way I used to. that recall wasn't there. My short-term working memory was being impacted by the stress of working inside, isolated for too long. That's stressful too. So you have to think about, if you're having any of these things, what is the stress that's happening or has already happened that has already impacted our brains? So I want to show you a couple of things I thought were interesting. Is our next slide what I think it is? Yes, a change in your children. So this is your healthy brain. This is what a scan of your brain looks like when it's during the resting state, when it's not being stressed, when it's not experiencing any deep traumas. This is what happens when you are meditating or praying or even dancing, right? Because you're not in those stressful spaces. So I want you to think about the smooth surface that, now your brain has lots of wrinkles and folds in it, right? But this is a scan. And what it looks like is smooth. This is what's activated. This is what's available. And I want you to think about what's available to you. This is the brain that is available to you when you are activating your resting state. So think about the serene state that you are in that allows you to have access to your entire brain. And now we're going to look at the next slide. So do you see how badly this brain has all of these areas that you cannot access? Remember, this is a scan of the brain activity. So all of those pocks and holes and dips and divots, those are parts of your brain that are not available. You just don't have access. This is what bad stress, chronic stress, trauma does. You can't access parts of your brain. You can't reach that. You can't remember that. You can't regulate that. Things are just not available. You don't have access to your own tools. And so this is what we want to fight. This is what we're combating. I almost wore fatigues this morning because we're fighting. Yes, 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 I see that. That's right. Woo helps your brain not look like this. This is why y'all need to wake up, everybody. This is the point. We come together so that we can find the space to have our brains available to us. Now, I just want to share something else about this slide, and then I'm going to let it go. If someone yells at you, this is what your brain does for up to a half an hour to 90 minutes before it heals itself if you do nothing. So if you don't do anything, it's going to take between a half an hour and an hour and a half for your neurological system to reset itself. And this is why we're here, because we are going to do some different things. So can we go to the next slide? We're going to let this bad brain go. Let's go. And let's get away from that one. We're going to get back to our smooth brain. We're going to do so together. And it really is just we have to think about how we regulate stress. And if you have, or someone you love has experienced a deep trauma, understand that this is an ongoing process for them of undoing the damage, right? But even if you're just having a little bit of a stressful day, the phone won't stop ringing, baby won't stop crying, people keep asking for things, all of that, sometimes you need to take a complete breath. And we did that the other day. That's a prevention or coping tool. So we went over some of these the other day. Mindfulness, journaling, avoiding toxic situations and toxic people. Somebody said that on Monday. Meditation, nutrition, healthy friends, the wake up community. That's prevention and coping tools. And then we also have the resistance, the interventions. This is the I'm in it and I got to do another level. So you want to do some some exercise, you want to dance, you want to like zero in on some nutrition that's really going to help your body. You want to really kind of help your body let go of and recover from the stress. So sometimes it's as simple as what we did on Monday, the 6 movements of the spine. So we can kind of get our neurological system reset to let our spinal cord, let all those neurons speak freely to the brain and help it along the way. And then there's resilience, the recovery tools. So you might have to do a redirect. In this community, I heard someone talk about when there's a negative thought, they say cancel, cancel. That's a redirect. We're not letting that happen. You know, we can talk to a friend, we can reframe it. I love to reframe something. And you can use the 1 week rule. In 1 week, is this going to feel like this? Is this going to be as important? Is this going to matter as much in a week? Because sometimes we're in the moment and the stress and the tension it's real, it's palpable. So I'm going to say I forgot to pull up what my questions were. Tiffany, can you help me out by reading what's in the chat while I pull up my questions?
No problem. All right, go up here. So we have greetings from everyone. And then I have put in the chat when you were talking about the stress of family. I said, every day I worry about my family. Z raised her hand, acknowledging that she too experiences stress every day. But then we noticed a change in our children. Woo helps my brain not look like this. The agreed. Come on, everybody, where are you guys at? Are you that unstressed? Are you that relaxed that you have anything that's connecting and relating here? I know that 1 week rule is something that I'm gonna have to practice because I am that person who goes 0 to 100 real quick, but 100 to 0 can take forever. And understanding that, yes, there is an actual science behind that, up to 90 minutes for your brain to de-stress. If you don't do anything to help it, it's gonna be helpful. My stress stresses my loved ones out, said Terry. That makes the connection that energy is transference. So if you're stressed, then your stress will pass on to others. And that same note, if someone else is stressed, they could pass that stress on to you.
That's it. King Yofa, do we have any comments on Facebook?
There are no comments on Facebook at the moment.
All right. Well, Facebook people, wake up, wake up, wake up, because I'm going to ask you all to share some of the tools because that's what Wake Up does. This is a community that shares tools to get us to another level, to address what we have to deal with, and we do so collectively. Yes, I can sit here and tell you things, but you all have the answers inside of you. You have practices that you are already engaging in, which is why you are all so serene. But I'm saying there's someone else who might need those tools so they're not stressing out their loved ones. And by the way, bottling it up is not going to help your loved ones. What you resist persists. It will come up. And the way it comes up is by hurting your body, by hurting your brain. So you have to manage it. Stress is going to happen if you're alive, but we got to manage it together. So I just wanted to say and I'm going to go back for a second. You saw the slides of the brain. What do you see as the impact of that on your system? And we can, oh, good, great. What do you think the impact of this is? You can come off mute and share. You can put it in the chat. What, for you, for your brain, what is the impact when you don't have your brain available? Wow, the chat is quiet today. Y'all are thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see stuff coming up. Tiffany, can you share what's happening in the chat?
Yes, I can. Z says a mental shutdown.
Mm.
Terry says my stress has at times has turned into anxiety and eventually depression. It was a lot of work crawling out of that black hole. Migraines, confused thoughts,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
disease, Evelyn
Yes.
said.
Yes. Anybody get snappy? I realize that I'm a little tense when I don't have all my brain available, and I get short with people. And that's not what they're used to experiencing with me. And I could see like they go, whoa, what's going on over there? And that's me not regulating the stress. And then I get snappy. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, irritability.
Folks on Facebook, what happens to you? What do you see the impact of this on you, on your body, on your life, on your interactions, on your relationships, on your ability to work, your ability to love, your ability to create? So I see the chat is yes. And this is why we have to teach our children. Yes. If you don't know it, teaching our children mindfulness tools is one of the best skills and tools we can give them to get through life. I was always all about giving my son tools in his toolbox. So stuff to combat stress. We don't want to have a life that looks like that.
Yes, we have some feedback from Facebook. Candace says impulsive decisions, bodily disease, hurtful behavior. Adam says sometimes you just want to cry and lock yourself in the room.
Okay, so now we want to find the solutions. So let's let go of the slides. Let's just be with each other for a little while. It's time for solutions. How are we disrupting? What are our tools? And I know that this is a community that has lots of them. So I see we're still getting some chat from before. And you can still keep talking about that impact, because I want you to be present to what that shows up for in your life so that you can be intentional about applying tools. Let's manage the situation. Let's resolve the situation. Let's heal the situation. And yes, sometimes a good cry releases so much tension. But what else do we do?
Terry said laughter is one of my greatest tools. Yes, from Facebook, Deborah said, when I don't manage my stress, I get impatient, depressed, overeat, and become unproductive. Jem said sluggish and being disengaged. Adam says go to the gym and work out. Yes.
That exercise, we talked about that resistance. We want to build some resilience. Yes. So here's what I'm asking. I want you to think about all of the tools you have available, the ones that you use, and then the ones that you don't use. Think about the ones you can use without getting up from your desk. I can't leave work and go to the gym because someone yelled at me on the phone, right? What can I do in that moment? Journaling, yes. Do you know that writing can save your life? It's one of the cheapest forms of therapy. Expressing yourself. Also, noticing what you're feeling, and not just the big umbrella terms, but getting to the nitty gritty of what you're feeling. So I could say I'm sad, but it's more than sad. I am feeling weighed down by some specific thoughts, right? I miss someone. That's why I'm sad. What is it that I miss about them? What is it taking from me that they're not available to me? People have to think more deeply about their emotions, because if you really inspect them and reflect on them, they don't control you because we're disrupting the normal response. Sometimes the cry is disrupting the response. Breathing, journaling, we're disrupting the normal response. We're breaking that automatic way of being.
Yeah, so we have some more activity in the chat. He says, sometimes to get distracted, I literally find myself walking around in circles. When I catch myself, I stop in my tracks, take 3 breaths, focus, decide, and act. Jem says, using essential oils, deep breathing, music, walking, woosah, and breathe. From Evelyn, Adam said, meditate. Or a lot of the Terry, I pull back, meditate, and I refocus my thinking. Laura says, dancing, talking to a friend, reading and writing. Afuye said, call a friend. And Candace from Facebook said, taking time to question the story that's playing in my head. What am I telling myself? Is it true?
Yes.
Journaling.
Yes. Okay, so you hear all of these things that you guys came up with. It's all about disrupting. Texts a friend I trust. I saw that because you put that in caps. I could actually read that one. All right, so I want you to complete this sentence for yourself. Are you ready? I, state your name. So I, Lorrie, exercise resilience in radical self-regulation. Say that again. I exercise resilience in radical self-regulation. That idea of taking care of yourself is radical. Caring for and loving Black bodies is radical. Let's be radical about it. Let's not just say it's a thing I need to do. No, let's be radical about it. So when I feel stressed, the 2 strongest strategies I will use to reduce it are blank and blank. So I'm going to say the 2 strongest strategies I'm going to use to reduce it are breathing and meditation. So what are your 2 strategies that you're going to use? And you can, does anyone feel like they want to type it in chat? And I want to do this activity, and I realize we are running out of time. We're over. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Because I was really engaged in hearing what everyone was saying. So I just want to check in with our admins.
All right, everyone, it is 7:30. If you must leave, we will drop the offer and Lori's contact information in the chat, and you will be able to follow up with those. If you can stay, we promise it is going to be worth the additional time.
And I think 5 to 10 minutes more. If you can stay, it'd be awesome, because we want to actually do something to disrupt that thing. I want us to engage in something. So if you can stick around, I'd love it. I know some folks have to go and have an awesome day. So do you want to drop the offer now, and then we'll.
I'm putting it in the chat now.
Awesome.
You continue facilitating. I'll put the information in for them.
So I hope you can do 2 things at once, because I need that 1-minute timer. We're going to do something right now to disrupt the automatic way of thinking, and somebody already called it. We're going to laugh.
I can do a timer for you, Lorrie.
Oh, thank you, Kinyofu. So if you are someplace around other people, you might want to do it quietly. You might have to snicker. But if you have the ability to do it, I want you to laugh out loud. And yes, it's going to be weird because you're laughing and there hasn't been a joke told. But I want you to just notice what's happening in your body as we do it. So Kinyofu, can you tell me when you start and give us a signal to end?
Okay, it's starting now.
All right, let's laugh. It's okay if you laugh at me, because I know I'm having a good laugh
That is time. Time.
Okay, all right, okay. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I was laughing at myself. You know how sometimes things have happened in your life that are laughable after the fact? I'm even gonna tell you what I laughed at. Many years ago, I was working late and I was tired and my son wanted to go to the movies. His dad and I took him to the movies and I leaned back in the seat to take a nap and my wig fell off, y'all. It fell off in the row behind us. And my partner at the time was kind enough to reach his long arm over and pick it up and put it back on my head. And it's terrible now in the moment. But man, 25 years later, this was hilarious, right? It's like, that was awful. And I'm like thinking, who else saw that? But it's funny now. You could think about anything. You could think about something that happened years ago. You could think about nothing and just laugh because you're releasing so much stress. Yeah, it is laughable. Hey, the things that happen, right? But you think about those things and you just laugh. Pull on those memories. So when I was breathing, what was I doing? Was I thinking about anything? Were you stressing about anything? It disrupted all of the automatic thinking and behavior. It actually made my whole brain available to me. It lit up my neurons. It warmed up my belly because I was breathing. I don't know if y'all saw it. I had to catch my breath a couple of times. Laughing is good for your soul. So if you can do that, a minute, that was a minute. I don't know about you all, a minute of anything, laughing, breathing, journaling, tapping, meditation, prayer, whatever you choose to do, a minute. I want you to take a minute for yourself. And I want you to put those two things down. What are your strategies, your strongest strategies? If you're on Facebook, put it in, the two strongest strategies that you are going to use. We laughed at ourselves on Monday when I said, put your hands up. And can you put up your thumb and your pinky on opposite hands and then switch? And we laughed at ourselves trying to do that, right? We opened up some space. And that's all we're talking about. Giving ourselves access to our highest self. Giving ourselves access to those messages that we need to download. Or that thing we need to create, giving it access to come out. That's what I want you to have, all of you. I want your children to have it. I want our community to have it. So have a plan. Pick your two strongest strategies. And then, I hate to say it, if you don't pass it to somebody else, you're not complete. I want you to share with people how they can have that too. We don't have to stay stuck in trauma or stress. We have all the tools we need. And if you haven't been checking the chat, I want everybody to just be mindful. That chat is rich with ideas that you can access. Borrow an idea. Try something new. And let's fight the impact of trauma and stress on our bodies, our minds, and our spirits.
Wow, Lorrie, thank you so much. And as I told everybody, those extra few minutes were going to be worth it. Lorrie has two special offers for the community. I have dropped them in the chat, but I'm about to share them with you now. First special offer is an invitation to her bi-monthly virtual tea party. Sorry, got a tech issue here. my monthly virtual tea party. This is happening on Saturday, July 17th from 4 to 6:30. She is offering a 50% discounted rate to all members of the WU community. There's also coming up on Thursday, June 24th from 5 to 6:30, an invitation to her workshop at Verse Childhood Events. This is free to everyone in the WU community. And if you are interested in participating in either of those workshops, please contact Lorrie here. Here's her cell, her Instagram, and her email. Please take a picture, screenshot it, write it down really quickly. It is also dropped in the chat if you want to obtain it there. Coming up tomorrow, we have Carmen Reyes, Living in Between. This will be a 90-minute session, very juicy. For all members of the WU community, please, if you are new, let us know, drop it in the chat. Don't forget to invite your friends and family, your coworkers to wake up every morning with you. Tell them to come and join a community where we learn to elevate and ascend.
Did we lose her?
Okay, it looks like we might have.
Yeah, I think we did.
All right, so let me set up the slide. Do you, did you see the contact
Yes,
information? Okay,
and it's in the chat as well. And thank you
all
everyone
right, so
for the kind.
We were up to welcoming the newbies.
where was she at? I'm gonna share right now.
Welcome newbies.
Welcome to the new folks,
Okay,
to the Wake
awesome.
Up Everybody community.
All right, so newbies, if there's anyone in there in here that hasn't been here before, you're new. If you've been in Facebook but here in Zoom for the first time, you're new. If you are on Facebook for the first time, you are new. If this is your first month, you are new. If this is the first time that you shared in the space or even in the chat, so welcome to all of you who are new. And we will, and put your name in the chat so that we'll know that you are there. And we can welcome you. All right, so here's our schedule. We're here 5 days a week, where it's the long days on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8:30. And it's the short days on Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:30. Always on Zoom and always streaming on Facebook. So do check us out in Zoom or on Facebook, or on both, if that's what floats your boat. So we also have swag where you can check out for yourself and your body a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a mask, or a cup for your home or your office. And you would go to bit.ly/WU swag and represent Wake Up Everybody. We ask you to stay in touch. In the Zoom space, you got the link somewhere. If you got the link from the email, then you're in the database for this week. If you want to be in the database for next week, you need to register. So we register every week at bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. You get the information of who's up, as well as all the speakers' information and more about what's happening in the Spirit of a Woman community. There's also the Facebook page I mentioned before. If you are a part of it, you've already done this. If you're not, then you could do this, and that's go to bit.ly/community. Fill out a little form and be accepted into the group. It's a private group that you will have access to the presenters' information and any conversation that happens among the community. And we invite you to come into the space and share some conversation about your growth and your learning. So in fact, you can go into the space today and speak on what it is that you learned today. What did you pick up? What were some of the resilience, mindfulness modalities that you can take home? We're on Instagram and YouTube, and we also have an email address that you can use to ask us a question or share some information. It's info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. So I am going to stop the share and then allow you all to give Lorrie the love shower, moving spotlight and opening up the audios. You're welcome. Unmute. And thank you, Lorrie. This is great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
You are
Thank you,
That was
Lorrie. Thank
beautiful.
you.
Great
you are
laughter.
so sweet.
Finding all the things that we've
Genuine,
done.
you're
For what you're doing.
laughing,
Great work,
laughter,
everybody.
you're kind.
And y'all have a
Thank
wonderful
you,
day.
thank
Let's
you.
move
Love you.
forward.
Love you all.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
for
much.
kindness.
On my face.
Thank
You're
you.
my
That's
sunlight.
what I needed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Great
you.
way to
This
start
was
my
a great
day.
way to start Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
This was
Thanks
well
for
needed.
reminding us stress doesn't serve us. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for letting us know how to release it and just reminding us
Yeah.
how to release it. Thank you for your
Yes.
son
Thank
and
you.
happy Wednesday, everyone.
Yes. Love those smiles. Good day, everyone.
All right, everyone, have a good one.
I love y'all.
And be safe on the planes, Akia.
Thank you.
Happy
Hey,
travel.
represent, Z.
I was gonna
Represent.
say.
Yes, ma'am.